So I'm going to show you how to draw curved shapes in orthographic drawing. I'm going to make a polyhedron using uh, two hexagons, and that will create a polygon with 12 sides. So if we just connect these dots here, we would get a hexagon, but I'm going to split that up just to make it more interesting. And I'm going to now just draw the other overlapping points. Okay. So the shape that I have, so now I'm just going to draw radiating lines so you can see what my shape is looking like. And as I am drawing, I am slightly twisting the pencil just to maintain a sharp pencil line. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm just going to number this, okay? I'll just go clockwise just to keep it simple. Okay. So now we have our shape. You can imagine this as being faceted where these sides are flat, right? Um, I'm going to make them flat just so that we can see it as a polygon. Okay. Right, so now we are going to use our construction lines to bring the top view down to the side view. So starting with point 1, I'm going to go to 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, and 7. Right? Points 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are behind this side, so we're not going to necessarily see it. So just to make things interesting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to also draw this as if it is a sheared cylinder. So I'm going to just shear it like this, right? And we are going to draw the top side of it over here and the bottom side of it over there. Hopefully we have enough space. Okay, so if I was to draw this as a side view, this is how this 12-sided column would look. And I'm going to draw in the dark contour lines. Okay, so now we are going to bring the construction lines across this way. Right? And so I could take my compass, I know the distance of my radius, and I could try to draw out, right, the width of my circle right here, because it's going to be the same thing over here. So now I can bring down the construction lines from those points, right? So again, this is the radius of my circle. From the side view, it's not going to change. So I'm just going to find the center line, which is right there. And I'm going to bring that down as well. Okay. So we know that there is a diagonal line going this way, right across, right? From this point over here to this point across, and then going downwards. We also have points going this way. Okay. So if we bring these points down, 9 is going to be reflected down this way. 8 is going to be reflected down this way. 7 goes down this way. 6 is going to come down this way. 5 is going to come down this way. And the edge of that side is going to be made by 0.4 coming down this way. So now we have all of our vertical lines taken from this projection. So now we have to just bring these points across, right? So point 1 is over here. Point 1 is on this line and it is reflected down here. So I know that point 1 is right here, okay? Point 12 is here, and I know that point 12 is the same as point 8, right? So if I bring a guideline across, I'm going to hit point 12 and 8 at the same time. So point 12 is here, it goes across, right? And it's going to hit this guideline over here, so that's point 12. And then this guideline also goes across here, right? And that's point 8. I'm sorry, point 2, okay? So 2 and 12, right? So the guideline for 2 is here, and it comes down here, and it crosses the construction line from this projection. So I'm just going to call that 2, okay? Okay. So this line is going to be 11 and 3. So I'm going to bring this line across, right? Point 11 goes like this, 2, 9, and it goes down over here. Okay, this is 11. And then 3 goes across like this to here, right? So now we move on to point 10. Point 10 and point 4 are going to be on the same, right? Point 10 comes over here, right? And if I keep going across, I'm going to get point 4. So the construction line of point 4 goes across and meets that line over there, right? Continuing, we don't even have to draw construction lines anymore, right? Point 9, again, drops down here, and it comes down this way, right? So point 9 is underneath point 11. And then if we keep going across, we're going to get to point 5, which is right here, right? I'm sorry, point 5 is right here. Okay. And now we can go to point 6, which is here. Point 8 is there. And then in the middle is point 7. Okay. So you could double check. 1 goes across, comes down, and meets the construction line from point 1 on the side projection. 12 goes across, right? Goes across and is lining up with the construction line from point 8, comes down here, okay? So if you just follow them across, you'll be able to get the contact points. So now if I connect the dots, I will be able to draw these points from this projection. Right? Now all I have to do is bring the vertical lines downwards to create our fluting effects. And there we go. Right? So if this was the entire requirement for your 2 views, you have now the requirement for your 2 views. I'm just going to complete it by bringing the construction lines across this way to complete this view, right? And I'm just going to automatically bring all of the construction lines across because I know that I would be using them. So I'm going to go across like this. And again, I want to find a place to put my construction lines. And this is a little wonky. Here it is. Okay, I think that'll work. So now we find the middle of this, right? This will fit over here like this. And then I'm going to find my middle line. Okay, and then I bring the construction lines downwards from these points. So right off the bat, I know that I have point 1, okay? So if I bring this line across here now, and this line across the top, I can make my box, and I can also make my reflection line. So line number 3, line number 2, line number 1 we already have, line number 12, line number 11, okay, just to bring it all the way across. Okay, so once again, line number 1 is already installed. It's right over here. We're now looking at the back of the cylinder. We want to find line number 12. So line number 12 goes across this way, and it's going to go down this way. Okay, line number 12 is right here. Okay, line number 2 goes across, is reflected, comes down to this level, right? Because that's where 12 and 2 are going across to the side view. Now we come to 11. 11 is going to be somewhere over here, right? This is our construction line right here. Don't forget, because that's the corner, right? So 11 is going to be very close to the side wall. Okay, and 11 goes across, and it's going to hit 3, right? 11 and 3 share the same vertical space. So I'm going to go like this. This is 3, okay? And now we want 10. 10 is the edge of the form, and it drops right down here, right? We can see that. So 10 is right there, and 4 is the same. 4 is the edge of that form. It goes right here. So on this view, there's not that much work to do because we only have one side to look at. We're not seeing the face of the sheared column. So all we have to do now is connect this part, connect all the dots, and we have this side view rendered. So put your pencil on the mark, move the ruler in, and make your line. Okay, and that's just the easy way to do it. Otherwise, you're going to have to coordinate and land on 2 lines at the same time. Okay, so that is our cylinder with a rotating view and a top view.